Hey guys, this is a separate video. Just kind of want to show you how to cut these doors out. Kind of get clean cuts instead of jagged cuts. So you always want to get a sharp blade, obviously. Most people know that. I always recommend to have a blade next to it. You don't need to. Sometimes you can just do it by it if you got a straight hand or a steady hand. But I always recommend a ruler just to give it a little bit of more of a straight of a line. You don't have to worry about it slipping on you. So you just want to go in. You don't want to have the blade like this, always at an angle, and just make a few passes. And usually you're only going through one piece, but this one we're going to be going through two. So I'm going to use a fatter blade instead of the normal blade, the 11. So just works a little better for me. You guys can do whatever's comfortable for you. But as you can see, with this you can hear it go through. So we'll do the other side. Couple passes. You can usually kind of feel when you get through all the way. And then here you want to do it a little bit different. You want to go to one side of the corner, go through till you get almost to the other side, go back, again, till you get all the way through it. And if you go over it a little bit, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, you want it to make it to look the best, even if you're going to cover stuff up with it. So you do the other side the same. As I was saying that, I'd actually cut through. So as you can see, I did do a little bit of a cut all the way, but as it's going to be covered over, it's not a big deal. And then as you can see, we have a clean cut. Little jags, that's fine. Things like that, we can get covered up, you know. Everything we do, we can cover it up sometimes. But that's how you cut it out. Usually it's only one thickness, but we have two boards together, so it's a little thicker. But you still get to do the same concept, so it still works. Now for the windows, it's a little bit different. It's kind of the same way as you're doing it on the top part of the doors, so you don't want to cut all the way through. And if you do, if you're covering it up, it's not a big deal. If you're not, really still not that big of a deal, especially if you're going to paint the rest of it or whatever. So always ways to get around things, so don't make a big deal out of it. It's just going to make the hobby a lot stressful. So for this one, you want to use the number 11 for the first part of it, just so you can get a little bit better and crisper lines for it. So once you get down to the end, you kind of want to go with the fatter blade. Forgot what number it is, but you can look it up and figure it out. Sorry for that, any inconvenience, but again, you do the same thing with that for the lines. You got it through. And sometimes you can even go in the back part and you can see it cut through. So sometimes you can see if you missed a piece or not. Like we did on this side. Alright. So now I'm going to show you a way to do it too with a free hand. You can just kind of go on, because if you cut in or go into it, you know, the lines usually from the pencil or pen, whatever you use to mark things, sometimes kind of gives a groove into the foam, so it makes it a little bit easier to stay on the line. So that's another way you can cut it too. Again, the way you want to cut these is just take your time and, you know, anytime you come out and things come a little messy, it's always a way to cover it up. So just remember that, and we will keep going forward and enjoy the hobby. Until next time, guys, hope hope you enjoyed the video. Again, please remember to subscribe and support the channel. It really helps me out. I'm not here to make any money or nothing. I'm just here to kind of keep the hobby alive, because it kind of seems to me that people don't enjoy it as much. You know, too many video games and all that stuff. So again, if you could please subscribe and support, that would really help me out. And till next time, enjoy.